Hi, my name is Greg Watson. I am creating this video as an assignment for my FMS360, that is science fiction in film and television through Arizona State University. Our prompt this week talks about it asked us to talk a little bit about representation of a specific demographic that we either connect with or feel hurt by in film or television, and not necessarily in the science fiction realm, but when you take a look at a very specific genre within drama, that is the substance abuse, alcoholism, and inpatient experience of a mental health facility, that is kind of like a whole niche subgenre of that in film and television, and I generally find it to be relatively harmful, or it generally does more harm than good when it comes to representing individuals who are suffering from addiction or suicidal ideation and are experiencing uh, inpatient rehab. I myself have been a resident within an inpatient rehabilitation facility for substance abuse issues twice, actually, between 2012 and 2015. The first time was 28 days. The second time was 36 days. And when I see how mental health facilities are portrayed in film and television, I generally am a bit concerned, or at least I find it very cringeworthy sometimes, in that the filmmakers, the writers, the directors, even down to the actors and things like that, there's seems to always be so much emphasis put on these these tropes and conventions of who you think are going to be entertaining to include in a mental health facility. These sort of caricatures of people suffering from mental health disorders and addiction and things like that. The characters like the wild, hedonistic, unabashedly unashamed of who they are and are living life the way that they want and aren't really going to take anything out of their residency in an inpatient facility. You have a tortured, kind of dark, mysterious person who kind of saunders and sulks and is generally pretty quiet. You have the complete uh, high energy, makes no sense, wacko that's in there, kind of for either comedic effect or dramatic effect. But when you have a group of individuals like that represented in such a caricature of real people, it ends up creating a false understanding of both who you may meet in a rehabilitation facility and how effective that rehabilitation facility might be. Um, and just speaking off of my own experience, which I understand is very anecdotal to me and not necessarily indicative of how all mental health and substance abuse facilities are run. The groups that I experienced and the people that I met there were far more human, um, and most people wanted to be there by the end of it. One of the things that I find kind of challenging with the representation demonstrated through film and media studies when it comes to substance abuse and even mental health disorders, suicidal ideation, depression, anxiety, things like that, is the media has a huge and powerful voice when it comes to representing the type of support and the type of care you're going to receive in a mental health facility, a treatment or a rehab facility like that. And when you see that cliche group of individuals sitting in a circle with their chairs all slouched like they don't want to be there. Nobody's participating in the groups except for one person sharing, and everybody hates them for it because they think they're so obnoxious and all of those types of things. They're generally painting a very negative picture of what types of support and growth can really occur. So for those individuals who might be struggling with mental health issues or struggling with addiction, when it comes time for them to take that step towards recovery, to take that step towards healing, all they have to go off of are these negative portrayals of what mental health facilities can really offer. So I think as the demand and the knowledge and understanding of mental health requirements and how substance abuse really affects somebody, we will see a dramatic shift towards that positivity and a more accurate representation in the next 5 to 10 years. But uh, we will we will see what happens.